Hello and welcome back to Extra Astrology, my favorite extra astrologist. How are you guys doing? I know it might have been a little while since videos have come up, but we've got something in store for you really nice today, very nice and a little complicated. We're going to dive into how is Mercury retrograde going to affect you individually with each of these decks. So, we're just going to tap into that energy of Mercury retrograde. If you guys have not already seen the video that has been posted up, that is for the services that are provided on Extra Astrology. So if you would like your very own personalized pick a card reading that is literally the same thing as this, but we do it personal with any question asked except for certain things regarding, this or that, you guys can get that. You can have a reading that is a phone reading as well. But let's just get right into it. This is your Mercury retrograde reading. So this is group 1. And this is group 2. All right, y'all. Let's get right into it. Group 1. We have the 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, the Moon on Water, Reunion, Instinct in Reverse, and New Beginnings. Okay, group 1, something that I'm already strongly feeling towards you guys surrounding the energy of Mercury retrograde is that you will be infinitely guided by your emotions this time around. I'm hearing a lot of you will feel as if your instincts are off or you're questioning something about someone close to you that just seems quite outrageous on the forefront, but your intuition is telling you like something is just not right about this person. Or a lot of you might be questioning if you're in a relationship, is my person faithful? Or, does this person around me have good intentions? This is definitely someone who it's either a romantic close bond or a friendship close bond, because some of you are sensing, and this kind of is just happening out of nowhere, that someone who is very close to you, but not in a like older generation, parental, or maybe an aunt or an uncle. This is definitely someone who's around your age bracket, and you feel as if, why am I starting to feel this? Am I just, bugging out? Is there a legitimate reason as to why? Maybe I'm just not in a good place and I'm blaming someone else for my own misgivings. I'm seeing as well with the 4 of Cups that a lot of you are going to feel as if you can't level out your emotions, right? So not only are you being guided with emotions, you feel as if you can't level them out and you can't reach a stable place, which is really hard for you guys because I'm hearing some of you might have Libra placements or even possibly Taurus placements where you thrive in feeling comfortable, and when your emotions are not leveled, when things are not sturdy, right? Stability is in question, you lose a little bit of your mind, but that's just what I'm seeing with you. And then I'm also getting, guys, that you might feel as if you cannot be open about how you're feeling during this Mercury retrograde, almost like retreating into yourself. And when others try to come forward and help you and be kind to you, you might be rejecting them or hiding away. So I'm seeing you guys retreating a lot during this Mercury retrograde, and then also kind of going against whatever it is that you normally do. So any routine that you used to have prior to this, I'm seeing a revolution in the way that you take on certain things, and then I'm seeing a revolution in the way that you think. So not really something tied to how you look physically. I'm just seeing a dynamic shift in how you look at life. Like, for example, I would say something connected more to the process of thinking. A lot of you, this could be tied to religion. This could be tied to just like core beliefs. So anything that you have believed in previously, you're not going to feel the same way about it during this Mercury retrograde. And I'm hearing that maybe even after Mercury retrograde ends, you're going to still feel the same way. And you're going to be super super passionate about your change of thought. And I'm also hearing something about you seeking someone from your past to reconnect with because they're sharing some type of ideological difference that you are now attracted to. So you're going to be getting into contact with someone from your past. I'm picking up on someone who is more so an old friend, or even if you weren't close to this person, you might have gone to school with them, or maybe had a close relationship with them in the past, but now you've grown up. I'm also hearing something about you possibly seeing a post of theirs, like on a story or something, and then commenting on it, and then you guys get to talking, and then you proceed with sharing both of your thoughts. So I actually see a new friendship on the horizon for you guys this Mercury retrograde, even though you will be pushing away from those other people who you are already accustomed to and close to. I'm also seeing something about as you are guided with your emotions more, because I'm hearing this is like not a normal thing for you guys, for like Cancerians, for people with heavy water in their chart, that's something that's normal. But I'm also hearing like the emotional toll that you have on you and the way you express it won't be in the way that someone who has heavy water in their chart does. This is more so on a fiery level. So that can be tied to Leo. Sorry about that alarm, guys. That can be tied to Leo placements. That can be tied to like a moon in Leo or a moon in Aries, or moon in Leo or moon in Aries. Not so much in Sagittarius. And then, that could also just mean that like during the days throughout Mercury retrograde, and I really, really tell people you should look up the moon schedule and keep up for each day, because I'm telling you, I don't know if it's just me because I have an ascendant in Cancer, but I personally am super, super afflicted and affected by the moon. So please, please keep in touch with that and see, when days are in the moon in Aries or Leo, just make sure you don't say anything that gets you in trouble, because I'm predicting and I am seeing that possibly happening for you guys. And then something else that I want to speak on with you, Group 1, is that you're really, really going to be pushing far in terms of, the way you think, and the way you go and hunger after things, if that makes sense. So this is not a time of hyper romance or you focusing on things that society tells you to focus on, like wanting to have, a partner, or, have sex, or be, whatever. You guys are really diving into like the mind. Like it's super psychological, it's super analytical. It's all about you stepping into why people think the way they do, and not really you being self-critical or self-analyzing. It's about you figuring out why people act the way they act, you stepping into other types of ways of thinking, maybe other religions, or maybe you're going to study something like communism or capitalism, or I just hear you guys really taking a stand and diving into it, and finding a new friend because of it. Not necessarily a community, but a friend. And then I'm also hearing something about someone wanting you to speak at an event, or wanting you to share your ideas among others. Okay, so I'm hearing like you might be asked to just speak on the fly. I don't see something that is composed. This is definitely just like an impulsive thing, so don't be surprised if that new friend of yours asks you to speak on the fly at an event, or even like virtually. And you might actually acquire some type of like fame not necessarily fame, but just like, a little bit of notoriety because of that. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Group 1. If you would like your own personal pick a card reading, or that's, a lot more detailed and specific, or, if you would like a personal reading, on the phone or email, just go right to that link. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, Group 2. What does Mercury retrograde have in store for you, my love bugs? We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. We have, this random card that really says you're a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities through this deck. May you find a path to your best self. Okay, so I believe this is just kind of a random one. Actually, guys, let me pick another card because I feel like that's unfair for you. Let's just get one. Another one. Ooh, okay, so we have the Death card. Interesting. We've got the Mirror. Okay. We have the World Tree. Passion in reverse. Shape-shifting in reverse. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so guys, what I'm hearing for you in terms of your Mercury retrograde journey is that there will be this push for you to be more lenient and ambitious in terms of you going out of your comfort zone. I'm hearing a lot of you are going to be pushed to go out of your comfort zone, and it might be scary initially, but it's going to pay off, right? Because I'm hearing with the Page of Pentacles energy, you guys, in order to obtain your opportunities, in order to obtain monetary benefits, in order for you to grow in the way that you need to grow, you will be literally forced to be active in a way that you never have. I'm hearing something about, like, Mercury in general controls the way in which we speak, how we communicate, and I'm hearing you will be forced to be more assertive in your speech and more assertive in the way in which you go after something, because I'm seeing an opportunity coming that is going to literally change your life. And that's what the Death card is symbolizing for you guys, is that your life is going to change from, a totally different angle. Kind of like when you wake up and things just are so different from what they were based on literally just one freaking yes, right? Or a no. And so I'm saying that's really based in job. And when I hear job, I'm hearing something that is very traditional, very much so in the, like, what society would deem as appropriate. But, I gotta change the way in which I speak about that, because I feel now that we are jumping into this 2021 era, people really desire to have careers that are more so on the social media, internet based. So that's not necessarily something that is deemed that different, even though the older generation might say different, something else. But yeah, with the Page of Pentacles, I'm just hearing for you guys something more traditional is you're on your horizon. Like, and when I say traditional, that could mean something that involves education, formal education, a certification. Basically, you have to do certain types of schooling in order to get there, right? It's not like you are going to be able to do this without some type of document saying you've had the right amount of schooling in order to achieve it. And then I'm just also hearing for you guys, like, as you are forced to be out there and, really break through that social anxiety, you're going to really thrive during this time. And then I'm also hearing something about, with the Mirror card, please, like, something in terms of if you allow your insecurities to hold you back during this Mercury in retrograde, that's exactly what they will do, right? And I'm also seeing, like, you're going to really be super angry with yourselves if you don't take this opportunity based on how you see yourself, right? So if you think you're not educated enough, if you think you're not beautiful enough, if you think you're not this, that, and the other enough, that's where the death card is coming up for me as well, is that you've got to kill off those feelings, and those things won't just go away, but almost something about faking it until you make it is what's going to drive you this Mercury retrograde. And I'm hearing some of you might feel like, and with the Passion card in reverse, like you don't have the will or the desire to go on in terms of achieving set goals, almost like what's the point. And so with the shape shifting as well, it's like you're fighting the transformation. It's like your mind is fighting the transformation, and not because you can't get it, but because you think you can't get it, right? So I'm just hearing you guys are really, the hard part for you this Mercury retrograde is that you could literally be stopping yourself based on things that you feel as if you can't control, right? And the only way in which you can do that is by getting to a place of not necessarily doing what everyone says you need to do on the internet, where it's like, yeah, your anxiety will go away, just run a couple of, I don't know, just do this, that, and the other, and it'll go away. No, what you guys are ultimately going to have to do in order to get your money, in order to get your dinero, in order to get your certs or whatever that is you're going to have to go and fake it until you make it. That's really what I'm hearing, because you're fighting it. You're fighting it. You're fighting the change. You're fighting all of it. I'm hearing some of you with the World Tree might actually get an opportunity to literally leave everything you know. So that could mean like a huge drastic change, where you're going to have to really stick it out and be your own best friend. Because I'm also picking up on some energy where it's almost like you're a lone ranger for a little while, because you're going to a new place, a new city, a new state or something, and nobody's going to be there that you know, and you've got to be that grown up, right? You've got to really like go in. And yeah, that's really what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Subscribe to the channel. And guys, if you would like personal readings, please check the please check the description box. Yeah, but that is all I have for you guys. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and that's it.